Um, and I just want to say, before I do that, thank you for organizing this. I've been having a really wonderful time, and I share this desire of yours. So it's exciting to see it beginning to happen. Aaron Finbloom was born into the comfy bosom of suburbia in 1982. Through a series of precarious steps involving Nietzsche, drug experimentation, and urban accordion circumambulations, he managed to abandon traditional valuations and pursue a life of radical alternativity involving unconventional domestication, urban park tree office construction, and musical pantheistic rituals. Recently, Aaron has been plunged into the world of academic philosophy and tries hard to pull it away from its comfy armchair and let it loose into the wild, artsy airs of New York. I'm going to sit here so you can
So, I'm talking about play, seriousness, and in-betweenness. So, right now. Right now. Are we playing? Are we serious? We are serious. Neither. Well, maybe this whole dualism, play, seriousness is kind of broken for neither, right? Or maybe there's like potentials to be one or the other, like this environment, this space, our personalities, the way I'm talking, this table, with like coffee cups. That's serious, right? I don't know, this is kind of playful, right? But I mean, we do have the potential to be playful, right? That's playful. And I mean, we have the potential to be serious. Like, I'm kind of nervous right now to give this talk. I really am. Okay. But I mean, like, what are we talking about here? So traditionally, I mean, at least in the Middle Ages, there was this dualism. Erasmus talked about it, between play and seriousness. Classically understood. That's serious. Classically understood, play is secondary to seriousness. Seriousness is our life, our job, the real stuff out there. And play is sort of like comes in the middle of that. It's like as like a non-serious like little filler that comes in and occupies us sometimes as a diversion. But that's kind of boring, I think. It doesn't really get us anywhere. So, I don't know. Some people try and get the difference between these two things by trying to list activities that are playful or serious. So, I mean, someone give me a serious activity.
Morning.
Surgery. Mourning. Taxes. What about playful activities?
Sex.
Yeah.
Jumping jacks.
Badminton. That's pretty playful.
Puffing drugs.
Yeah. But playful activities can get serious. Like sports matches can break out into fights, or serious activities can get playful if like like those offices that install those like crazy entertainment centers with like pool tables and shit. Or there's like, I wear like a funky tie. That's like Anyway. We can also try to get the differences between these two things by talking about like the attitudes that are expressed in one or the other. So like playfulness is a lightness, an ease, silliness, purposelessness, meaninglessness, whereas seriousness is like this heavy, meaningful, purposeful, somber, slightly painful activity. But I mean, people don't always adopt all these descriptions. Some people might think, you can have meaningful play, or you can have play with purpose. I mean, that's not what most like sports matches are about. There's a purpose to win. I mean, so like things get really tricky here. But I'd like to try one more approach before I actually get into the paper, or get into what I'm going to talk about, which is like this. I wanted to try a little phenomenological study here. So we can try and feel out things. So you can try like see how they appear to us, you know? So here's what we'll do. I'm going to bring about like a state of play, or at least try to. And then bring about a state of seriousness. And then I'll pause, and we'll just like feel like what happened, you know? Or like try to like think like what happened, you know? So, if y'all can like, I might like, let's all like jump up, stand up. Let's like do some jumping jacks maybe. Maybe shout about. Ah! Maybe like we can bark like dogs a little bit. Maybe do some meowing. Okay, stop. Okay, you can sit down. Now I'll try and do something serious. When I was in 10th grade, my dad died, actually. He was diagnosed with a brain tumor the year before. I remember the last conversation that I had with him. Like, we were crying, and I was telling my dad how upset I was that he wasn't going to be there for, like, the major events in my life, like college, graduation, and marriage and stuff, so. Cool. How does that go? It's pretty serious. Yeah. Anyway, what I just did was try to undertake like transitions between these two things, between these two states, serious and playful. But I mean, I think that's important. I think a lot can be understood by trying to like transition between these two things and seeing like how that works. How do we move from seriousness to playfulness, and can we actually move there ourselves? Can we try to? I mean, I tried to do that, but maybe it wasn't successful. But I like us to try to, for ourselves, to do that. So I'd like us to break into groups, just like by who you're sitting next to. We're going to create this like long string of like a sentence, like a story almost, but it doesn't have to be a story. Essentially, like the ones will be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The ones are going to try and do like a serious sentence, and the twos will do like a playful sentence. And we'll go around and see if we can like transition, you know, like a train or transitioning between play and seriousness. Okay? So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So ones, serious, twos, playful. So you can just think of it in your head.
So
We're each just like drafting a sentence in our head, a playful sentence or a serious sentence.
Is it like a thing where like someone says a sentence and then you have to continue? What's good?
No, it's not going to be a story. It's just going to be like random sentences. That one sentence, if you're a 1, you're going to think of some serious sentence. A 2, you're going to think of some playful sentence. Do anything. So let's say I'm a 1. I'll be like, the stock exchange sucks today. Or like if I'm a 2 and doing something playful, I could be like, there's a dog outside with jumping up and down, laughing. I don't know, you know, just anything serious or playful.
Can we have a minute? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it have to be sad if it's serious? It's like matter of fact can be serious, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
That's what we're gonna find out.
Yeah, so I'll just like orchestrate it. So I'll go like 1, 2, right, and we'll just like go through. So we're starting with the 1, right,
Sure.
with seriousness. Okay.
My mother never loved me.
I have sprouts growing out of my bathroom sink.
Monoculture crops are destroying our biodiversity.
Aaron's sweater has coats of arms on it. I wonder what clan he's from.
I don't want to really see my parents for the holidays, but I have to.
I think sour milk is a cat's pajamas. Thinking very hard about what I should say.
Yesterday I took lipstick and drew war paint all over myself.
Yesterday I got into a serious fight with my girlfriend.
The duck reclined in the armchair.
Many people in my family were job today.
I blew balloons and collected blow balloons anymore.